And I hope that you will be motivated and curious about our new program. And I think that there will be a lot of learning opportunities and hands-on experience for everybody once you are part of this very first class in our School of Governance and Policy. So the next slide highlights a little bit of the situation that we created at school, and it's brand new. And I know that a lot of you might be very curious and interested in our new school at Hong Kong U. And although Hong Kong U has been well renowned and we are now ranked #1 in Asia among all the university peers, we are new in this business of studying policy and governance. And so a few months ago, the university approved the establishment of the new school, and we are centrally connected to not only the social sciences, but also to the Faculty of Business and Economics, as well as the law faculty. So we are quite unique in that regard. So if you look at the schools of policy, public policy across the world, many of the schools, I would say that most of our peers in other institutions, they are primarily situated in the Faculty of Social Sciences, and mainly politics or sociology or philosophy or history, and then some in economics as well. But we are very unique because we could leverage the expertise and colleagues in the Faculty of Law, in the Faculty of Business, as well as the Faculty of Social Sciences. So in this regard, we are already innovative, institutionally innovative in terms of designing our school. Why is that important? Because the world is getting more complex and uncertain. And the whole global structure is now shifting more toward multi-polar governing structure as well as policy making needs. And so in this multipolar world, we really need to use the best knowledge across all the disciplines, across all the fields that we could leverage to build more effective governance and evidence-based policy-making process. And so to do this, we aspire to become a leading hub around the world in this area of policy, scholarship, and education, as well as making an impact in the field of policy practice and governance. Now, the next slide shows you our faces. And so Professor Wu is here, as well as some of our faculty. And what I would like to particularly emphasize is the breadth of disciplinary knowledge and analytical tools that we are able to bring to this policy school, as well as in the master's program. And I just mentioned social sciences, business, law, understanding of leadership and governance, as well as philosophy and ethics, which is, again, very, very unique. So the next slide highlights some of our expertise. So, for example, we are very interested to understand comparative perspective, because we know that there are competing and very interesting variation in the way we govern our systems around the world. So we have centralized, we have decentralized system, we have system with what we call federalism, where the state and provinces have a lot of autonomy. And then Professor Wu just explained to us that even within the centralized planning processes, there are variations across different countries in terms of the direction and the pace and opportunities and the use of data. And so we do need to take a comparative perspective in order to fully engage in a multipolar world. And of course, the business community and the nonprofit sector, as well as governmental actors, are now working quite a bit in a collaborative way. And so our school would like to also encourage our students to understand cross-sector collaboration in forming new partnership, the public-private partnership, and leveraging and investing in public infrastructure, for example. And then what we also need to understand is the importance of data and evidence. what do we know about good data and the use of data? How do we utilize research knowledge to apply to the field of practice? So this is what the Policy Impact Lab is about within the school. And faculty will kind of engage some of you if you join us as part of our master's program, and you'll become research assistant in the Policy Impact Lab or a project assistant as well in other activities. And then we have philosophers who are interested and care about ethical issues as well as philosophical underpinnings, the underlying rationale of designing a public policy that works for the society and for the public good. And then finally, we have experts in political leadership as well as understanding who are the elites, how do we build civic trust, and how do we understand public confidence and advocacy, and how do we move and mobilize public understanding and support, and be transparent about the way that we made our public policy decisions. And those are some of the areas of expertise that we bring to the master's program as you think about whether this is a good fit or not for you. Now, the next slide get us into some of the broader work that we've been doing. And we've been deeply engaged, even though it's a new school. We just started a few months ago, since September. And then we are going to roll out this new master's program. Even as we speak, we already are actively engaged in developing and cultivating and leading some of the global networking activities. For example, our university has an Asia Global Institute, and we deeply engage in ASEAN countries, and we bring in experienced civil servants to work with us in the Asia Global Institute as fellows, and they spend 2-3 months with us and learn about how to navigate a multipolar world, and we share our expertise with them. And then we have the Center on Contemporary China and the World, which create bridge, a very important intellectual bridge. We are situated in Hong Kong, so we could actually be, bringing folks from mainland China, the experts and policy officials from mainland, to come work with us. And at the same time, we bring in the Western perspective as well, so that we cross-fertilize and share some of the experience and expertise and have an open dialogue. And then we just visited the Vietnam office in Ho Chi Minh City, and also we'll be visiting our new establishment in Shanghai very soon, in a few weeks. And so we also signed an MOU with the General AI Fund to really think through about some of the emerging frontier work in AI governance, and hopefully we'll bring some of those conversations and tools and expertise into the classroom in our master's program. And then finally, recently, we partnered with the UN Sustainability Development Solution Network and organized a major international conference in Hong Kong U. And we bring together a lot of representatives and actors who care a lot about sustainability and the UN Sustainability Development Goals to Hong Kong. So we are already leveraging and leading a lot of these conversations. And we hope that when you come work with us as master student, we hope to engage you in some of these very exciting frontier work going forward. Now, then you might ask, what will we be doing during this whole year of master's program? So the next couple of slides, we're going to talk a little bit about our MPG program. The next slide, yeah. So the next one is that, as you know, this is a full 1-year full-time program. We already introduced to you our distinguished faculty and multidisciplinary knowledge base. What we like to emphasize here is that this is also about experiential learning opportunities, because every class we will also bring in seasonal, insightful experience, governmental and nonprofit sector leaders, as well as private sector leaders, to share their know-how with you. So we will partner with them in making sure that you not only think about at a conceptual level what you learn, but also bring some of these ideas into actions and map out some of the pathways that you could utilize some of these concepts into your own work, into your own game plan. And then we also want all of our students to develop a global sense of understanding and collaborative mindset. And so I know that it may be quite expensive to come to earn a master's degree in Hong Kong U, because after all, we are a flagship ship and we are a major national global research organization and cultural and educational institution. So our tuition is $320,000 for the whole program, Hong Kong dollars. But we also have merit-based scholarship. We are going to create a pool where we will also be able to allocate partial scholarship to some of you based on merit. And you will be taking 11 classes in the 2 semesters, which is quite well structured and packed. So this is quite intense, but at the same time, you will develop a very strong sense of community by getting to know one another, by working with our professors. And we hope that some of you who are early career professionals in nonprofit sector, governmental sector, civic, educational, cultural sector, and other international organizations as well as corporations might consider this program as a value-adding process so that you will then earn this degree and be able to chart your career goals in both the immediate term as well as in the long term. So we hope that you will consider us. The next one, get a little bit into the curriculum detail. The next slide. So this is basically the kind of the content detail of our courses. So 6 courses are what we call compulsory. So you all take the 6 courses together as a cohort. So you get to know one another, you work on joint project, collaborative work, and go through experiential exercises together. And then there are some elective classes that you can take as well, from data analysis to climate change to monetary policy to AI governance, as well as a rich experiential field trip, a field study in one of the ASEAN countries. And then finally, we have the capstone project that you will design your project and work for a nonprofit or governmental agency to help them solve their immediate needs. And then our faculty will partner with you and mentor you and support your work as you design and implement this capstone project. And the next slide is about admissions. So what we hope to see is satisfying the English proficiency requirement at Hong Kong U and have a verified, certified bachelor degrees and send us the diploma and all the important information. And hopefully we'll get all of you who have at least 3 years of professional experience, as well as the possibility of interviewing you to get to know you a little bit downstream before we admit you. And so basically what we hope to do is that, because this is a brand new program and the system is being kind of developed right now, so we hope that very soon, in a week or two, the application platform will be ready for you to upload some of your information. And then we have a rolling deadline, but we hope that all the applications will be in no later than May 31st. The earlier the better, because we will be making the decisions along the way. And be mindful for the non-local candidates, some of you who are overseas, that it will take at least 8 weeks to process the student visa. So bear in mind. So I know that we have our wonderful administrative team here. Eric is our face. And so make sure that you send any questions and any logistical, big and small questions to Eric so that we will be able to support you along the application process. So thank you very much for listening. And I appreciate the opportunity to share with you the master's program tonight.